إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. Inshallah, tonight it's going to be very quick. I'm going to just touch on the basis of taqwa. And inshallah, everybody can get a better understanding of what taqwa is. I pulled up a hadith recorded by Muslim. It's a very sensitive hadith for us today in the world. In there, that's how it starts off. In there. So we know here that Allah was giving us a command, or He was ordering us to do something, or He was telling us to be mindful of something. And inshallah, that's another root word for taqwa. It says, verily the world was sweet and green, appealing. And verily Allah has placed you as successors in it. And He sees how you act. So beware of the world and beware of women. It's recorded by Muslims. Make sure you write that down and go through your homework. Another hadith that was also reported by the Prophet ﷺ on the authority of Abu Naji radiallahu anhu, who said, the Messenger of Allah ﷺ delivered a admonition that made our hearts fearful and our eyes tearful. We said, O Messenger of Allah, it is as it were if it were admonished, so advise us. He ﷺ said, I advise you to have taqwa of Allah and listen and obey even if a slave is a leader over you. Certainly the ones who will live among you will see lots of differences, so stick to my sunnah and the sunnah of the rightly principled and the rightly guided successors. Bite unto that with your molar tooth and avoid newly introduced matters. Verily every heresy is a going astray. So we know that in the world that we live in today, backbiting can be a serious thing. Here we call it gossip, but it's the same thing as backbiting. Don't turn your tongue into a sword, as some say. On the authority of Abu Hurairah, he said, two things will never appear in one person: dust from the way of jihad and smoke from the fire. So if you struggling vis-a-vis Allah, alhamdulillah. He said, likewise, stinginess and faith will never meet in the heart of a believer. So if your brother needs something and you can't get it to him, astaghfirullah. Inshallah, let's try to get that to him. As we touched on this tonight, Muslims, this will be an ongoing study, but I advise you to have taqwa of Allah. It's very important that we have taqwa of Allah. It's not like fearing your mom, or fearing your dad, or fearing Big Bubba. No, it's fearing Allah, who has gave you everything. He is the Wali. He is the Shaheed. He is the Alim. He is the Razak. He provides for us when no one else will. And alhamdulillah, Allahumma salli wa salim ala nabihi nahami Muhammadin. And alhamdulillahi rabbi alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, Muslim.